But tonight in the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, the Democrats are starting to bring out a new tactic they're trying to use to try to understand, scare you. You know, the Democrats and how they do things to try to get you as Black Americans to the polls is through a few things. The main one they try to use is fear, along with fear mongering, right? Just fear. The second thing they try to do is shame you. They try to make you feel guilty. And then on top of that, then they insult you, right? They treat you no different than any other racist that you have dealt with in your life. It is pure anti-Black racism, and they use Black people to do it because these Black people is no different than like Stephen from Django Unchained on the plantation. They're exactly like him. They have a position on the plantation, and it's a good position on the plantation. And they have no problem talking to you or treating you like that and do whatever they have to do for Democrat massa. Now, I want you to hear this Democrat, Shill, and just pay attention to what he's saying.
Top-level Democratic messengers are leaning in on the fact that if Trump wins, he'll get to replace two of the older conservative Supreme Court justices with younger ones, which will basically make a conservative Supreme Court for the rest of our lives and make the chances of us laminating progressive ideologies that we've been working for down to zero. They talk about who will be responsible for this. They're very clear to name people who traditionally vote for Democrats, but are reconsidering because of Biden's handling of Gaza.
Okay, now notice real quick, because I got to interject. He's talking about Black people, but not saying Black people because they're getting heat about throwing everything on us. OK, I just want to just make sure you hear that.
I don't think I know how to say this in a more articulate way, so I'll just say it how I normally would. Watch your mouth. We live in a representative democracy, and an administration's role in a representative democracy is to govern in ways that make their constituents feel like they are worth voting for. That is your role in a functioning democracy. Once take accountability about your inability to convince your constituents who are paying attention that you are worth voting for. On the other hand, if you're looking at all that is at stake with us having a majority conservative Supreme Court for the rest of our lives and allowing Trump, at that point, Trump will have appointed five out of 9 of our Supreme Court justices, and you're not voting for the one candidate that can stop that from happening, stand on that. Don't look for a scapegoat. It's okay. But what we're not going to do is act like there's no way we could stop this from happening. If you've made that decision, President Biden has called for a ceasefire. He's started the process of pausing shipments of ammunition, but that's not enough, or you don't believe that he's actually going to do it, or you want to punish him for a past, that's okay. You've weighed your values and you've made your decisions. This is how democracy works, but only if we're honest about it. There is a way that we can avoid having a conservative Supreme Court for the rest of our lives. You're not choosing that option. Listen, we have an enormous responsibility as American voters. Your vote is not only going to affect just one thing domestically or one thing globally, right? This is what being a voter in the most influential, in the richest country in the world is. Being an American voter is big boy basketball, and it's the fourth quarter. We looked people in the face in 2016 and told them that not voting at all was a vote for Trump. We did that. I have not forgotten. And we weren't lying then, and we're not lying now. Everybody is going to have to answer for their decision that they're going to make in November.
So as you heard, the latest tactic is, well, if Trump get in there, he's going to appoint 2 Supreme Court justices, because what the chatter is that Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito, they're saying that they want to wait it out to the next election. So let's say if Trump get elected, then Trump will replace him because they want to retire underneath a Republican president, right? So they can be replaced. So now, since the Democrats know that, oh my God, we got to get progressive judges in there. First and foremost, we don't care. Because let's think about this. What is your so-called progressive messaging? It has nothing to do with Black people. Your messaging is immigration, migrants. That's your messaging. What's your messaging? LGBT, what people do in their bedroom. I don't know why you running on what people do in their doggone bedroom. What's another thing you run on? Abortion. Make sure to keep those abortion mills in the Black community, guys. But you don't put that in your community. You don't put that in the Asian community. You don't put that in the Hispanic community. Where's Planned Parenthood on the border to tell those people, hey, you know, you're poor, you don't have no money. Look, you coming way up here. You're going through the jungle and everything else throughout the world. So clearly you can't afford no kids. So, hey, go to Planned Parenthood. We got a center right here at the border. You don't tell them people about their kids, but you're throwing that on our children, black children. But see, so this other tactic they're using too, they're using this good cop, bad cop tactic, right? So this is what they're telling y'all, because they know y'all frustrated as black Americans with Biden. No, he haven't done nothing for black Americans. He has done for everybody else except black America. So the shills will say, look, I know he hasn't really done and lived up to the promises. I'm frustrated with him too. Oh, trust me, I am frustrated. I don't know what to do sometimes with this election. But we just can't let Trump get in there, because if Trump get in there, he's going to put 2 more Supreme Court justices. They're going to be younger, and then we're going to have a conservative Supreme Court for the next 50 years. So because of that, I just, even though I know Biden haven't done anything, and I know, I'm with you. I hear you. That favorite thing they say. I hear you, right? But we just can't let Trump get in there because of this reason. Y'all have to understand, the shills get their reparations. They get their reparations when they can convince you to go out there and vote Democrat and put Democrats in office that's not going to do nothing for black people. They say, thank you, shills. Here's your check. Here's your check. Here's your check. That's why they're not going to fight for any issues in black America. All these Democrat shield groups like NCOBRA, NARC, National Action Network, Urban League, all these people, NAACP, if they can convince you to go out there and vote Democrat, everybody getting checks cut, ladies and gentlemen. But the rank and file black American is not going to get no reparations, because even your shields don't even fight for it. I was kind of laughing the other day. Somebody was sharing me a tweet with Boulay Martin, and one person made a comment to Boulay Martin, and he said, hey, for the past 20 years, you have had access to these Democrat politicians, and you have not advocated anything for black America or a black agenda. You say, and I'm glad your time is wrapping up. And the only thing Boulay Martin said to him in return is, you're just stupid. He didn't say the brother was lying. Everybody see what Boulay Martin is. He's the same way. And I'm glad my brothers to see it, because, understand, Boulay Martin, he's going along the side of the older crowd. And he's not going to have an audience for it's over with. The only way he would have an audience, he would have to completely switch his whole paradigm up. And he can't do that trying to be in the face of the Democrats. Because you have to understand, the Democrats are anti-black racist. Look at Kathy Hochul up there. She's straight Democrat New York, but yet goes to an event and say black kids don't even know what computer mean. That's your Democrats. And you talking about Trump, you talking about the Republicans. This is what your Democrats are saying about black Americans. So what are y'all talking about? Now, we know the Democrats are doing everything they can to jail Trump. We know this. Let's say the Democrats put his behind in jail. They gonna say, oh yeah, we excited. He's in jail. We won. This is the level they have to sink to win an election. They had all these years to take those cases against Trump, all these years. And now you wait till an election year to do it. Anybody in their right mind can see that. But even you put Trump in jail, because I don't know what they're going to do. Because listen, Trump has promised, when I get in there, I'm coming after all y'all. So if they don't put him in jail or home confinement or something where he can't campaign or whatever, he can't move around, they better hope. They think they're going to win. But this is my thing. You put Trump in jail, go ahead. That's literally going to change the whole trajectory of the country. That's going to change America on the world stage. It's going to change everything in this country. Now, when it comes to the Supreme Court and all of that, I don't look at the Supreme Court to do a thing for me in my everyday life or for my people. So I don't care. I'm telling you, every day of my life, the Supreme Court has not had no bearing on me trying to pay my bills, trying to take care of my family, trying to do anything I'm trying to do. The Supreme Court has had no bearing on any of it. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about them. Nobody is promising reparations. What is Biden saying? Hey, we're going to do reparations in the form of cash payment? No. Is he saying we're going to give an anti-black hate crime bill? No. He's not saying any of that. Leave us alone. Go talk to the Asian community who you prioritized. Go talk to the LGBT. Go talk to the migrants. Go talk to the Ukrainians. Go talk to everybody you prioritized in your administration in the past 3.5 years. Leave us alone. Black Americans, you should be offended at this point that they keep coming in your face and they're just using you. They're using you. What? So you'll go out there and vote so he can go prioritize all these other groups again? He don't even go to these other groups and say, hey, man, look, Asians, I gave you a hate crime bill. So, hey, come on now. I need you out here talking about Biden Harris. And he would have every right to say that. Why isn't he at the Asian businesses? Where's the AAPI community that they want to protect? Where are they at for Biden now? All the migrants, all that money you gave them, all the taking money from Black America and giving it to them, put them in taking schools in Chicago that was closed down and the Black community couldn't even use, and putting migrants over there. Where is that? Where's the people with that? All the people that support that, migrants. Where's all those voters? Where are they at? Why aren't you telling them something? I'm just saying, where are they at? The LGBT. Why aren't you leaning on their community and pressing them about the Supreme Court justices and we can't have Trump in there? Go talk to them. It's June, right? It's their month. Go talk to them. Holler at them. But no, you keep telling us. No, I'm not going straight up. This guy says, well, we said in 2016, basically the couch is a vote for Trump. Okay, well, if the couch is a vote for Trump, cool, I'll vote for Trump then. So you're saying if I sit on the couch, I vote for Trump? If I actually go to the poll and actually vote for Trump, I voted for Trump. So no matter what, I vote for Trump. Okay, then I vote for Trump. No problem with me. And what are you going to do about it? What y'all don't understand is there's a lot of Black Americans that's talking about, well, you say the couch, so you say the couch is Trump, they're going to vote for Trump regardless, according to y'all. Whether they sit on the couch or whether they actually go into the poll, they voting for Trump. So Trump will get a lot of votes then, isn't he? That's why y'all trying to put Trump in jail, because y'all cannot beat Donald Trump at the polls. That's really what it is. And we all know this. But I'm telling you, you put him in jail or even you put him on home confinement, it's not going to end up the way y'all think it is. This man raised $54 million in 24 hours after him being convicted. If y'all go ahead on to y'all Democrats and you go put him in jail, and that judge Mershon, he donated to Biden. So he should not actually been on that case because he is partisan, right? He shouldn't have did that. He should have had another judge that had nothing to do with anything, right? This whole thing is not going to be good. It's really not. But hey, I'm here for it. I told y'all, I'm always going to sit back. I'm going to watch. And hey, whatever how it turns out, how it turns out, it is what it is. It's just amazing to me how so many Black folks get so invested into what Democrats say, into what Joy Reid says. It amazes me. It just utterly amazes me. And I was talking to a family member the other day about that. I say, look, beyond with you, if you really understand our people, a lot of them, look, even the scriptures teach that not all going to be saved. I have made peace a long while ago that there's a great portion of our people that's not worth our time. They are truly the white man's property. And that's how they act like it. They would defend that white man, whether they're white, and I'm talking about a white Democrat. They would defend that white man to the depths of their soul. And that's fine, because they are truly a slave. The greatest slave is the slave that's already on autopilot. That's the slavery they own. They're not in chains, no, but they already on autopilot being a slave. This is why people say you on this Democrat plantation. But to those of you who are not on that plantation, that you say, hey, and then let me speak to this other group of people. You're mad at the Democrats. You say you're gonna sit on the couch, but you still defend the Democrats though. You kind of militant a little bit. You're still a militant Democrat, because if you say anything outside of Democrats, even though you may not vote for them, you still really for a Democrat. You're just mad at Biden right now. But you really want to vote Democrat. You feel like you can't because he didn't really do much, but you're still a Democrat. We have a lot of them too. We have a lot of them. They say they sit on the couch, but they still emotional about Trump. You understand what I'm saying? So we have a lot of militant Democrats. And them same militant Democrats will be calling out the other Democrat shills and talking about all these shills and this and the third. But if you really press them enough, they really going to start kind of caping Democrat too. See, one thing I know is about the Trump thing tests people. If you want to see if someone's a militant Democrat, just talk Trump a little bit with them. I ain't trying no Trump. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Calm down. Who cares about Trump? Who cares about Biden? Be honest with you. Trump or Biden not going to pay your light bill. Trump or Biden not going to put food on your table. Trump or Biden is not going to do crap for you. Not a thing in your everyday life. They're not. So bring down the energy, brother, sister. Bring it down. No matter who's the president, you got to live regardless. Yeah, but if Trump get up there, Project 2025. If you go to Donald Trump's website, Project 2025 was not created by the Trump administration. If you know what you're talking about, but you let Joy Reid actually put out some misinformation talking about he going to enact Project 2025. That didn't even come from his campaign. That's the Heritage Foundation and all these other right-wing conservative groups put that together. Yeah, but if he get in, he gonna file like a playbook. Did he say that on his website? At this point, you're putting out misinformation, Joy Reid and the rest of them. I don't care what them folks do in Project 2025. I'm going to tell you that. I don't care, because I'm a black man in America. Every day is Project 2025 for me. For the black people, why are we afraid of what they talking about they going to do? What more they going to do to black folks anyway they haven't done? That's the thing. What more they're going to do that has not been done? I mean, come on. I'm not worried about them. Who cares? My people survived slavery. Some of you run around here talking about my ancestors were slaves and we went through this. Okay, if our ancestors were slaves and we went through this and that and the third and we strong and all that, what you scared of a Project 2025 for? What are you scared of? I'm not scared of it. So what if they do it? And we survived slavery. We'll survive that too. We are the only people in this land that survived literally everything these people threw at us. Literally. That's worse than a Project 2025. We literally survived them trying to extinct black Americans, and we're still here. And you sitting up here crying about a Project 2025? Marcus Sanger was trying to extinct black America, and yet our numbers have still grown. But you scared of a Project 2025? See, the problem with a lot of you is you don't have God in your heart. You put your Democrat master in your heart. That's your Lord and Savior, not the Lord of heaven and earth. That's your problem. That's why you're scared. Maybe if you had the Lord in you, you wouldn't be scared about everything. And if you understand you God's children and understand what your people go through and have went through and the strength that we have and how we have overcame everything these people threw at us, you wouldn't care what a Trump do or anything. You wouldn't care about that crap or what he think he gonna do. And then let's be real. What did Trump do while he was in office to hurt us specifically? What did he do? What did he do? It's no law in the book that he did to hurt us. But the man y'all defending so much, you wicked Democrat shills, that man set up there advocated for the 1994 crime bill, put in mass incarcerated black Americans who still in prison to this day. But where's the crime bill for all the Methanies and Matthews running around in his community? Where that crime bill at? Huh? Where is it at? Oh, he don't want to do a crime bill now just for black people? That man was a racist back then. He's a racist now. Just because he may not call you a name, you just like, oh, well, he's better than Trump. That dude is wicked, bruh. He's wicked in the things he do. But as in slavery, we had collaborators with the master. Just like today, we got black collaborators too. And it is what it is. That's why they say all skin folk, not kinfolk. Even the scriptures teach who is my mother, who are my brothers. Those who are my mother and brothers do the will of the Lord. Not the skin. Forget the skin. Them Democrat shills are doing the will of their father, the devil. That's who they doing it for. Because clearly they're not doing it for the will of us as black people. They're serving their own interests. They're serving money. You can't serve two masters. Remember that. And they masters getting a check for delivering you up to the Democrat Party. So all they have is fear. All they have is shame. Anything that the devil operates in, basically, that's all they have. Remember, God doesn't operate in fear. That's not how he operates. God doesn't operate in shame and guilt and trickery and deceit. That's not how God operates. That's not his character. Most people, anyone that got half a brain know that. That's how Satan operates. And yet this is what some of these people in our community want to bring to us, and what these Democrats want to bring to us. Now, I know what they're going to say in the chat. So you're saying Trump is of God? No, he's not either. No. Because if Trump was of God, he wouldn't have been out there with no porn star. He'd been at his house with his doggone wife, like he was supposed to be. So all this mess that Trump got caught up in with that woman, realistically, that's Trump's fault. I'll tell any married man, go your behind home. Go home with your wife. Stay at home with your wife. You got a problem with her, y'all fix it. But don't be doing nothing like that, because it always gonna come back to bite you in the butt. It's the truth. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't cheat on your husband. Go your behind home, because it's never go end that well for you in the end. And now, right now, think about it. If Trump wouldn't have not cheated on his wife, this wouldn't be a conversation. It wouldn't be. So that's also a life lesson for everybody to see. You in your marriage, go home. Go home, stay with your wife, stay over there. You made vows, you made a commitment, stay over there. If it's not working out, okay, y'all figure that thing out. And if it's not working out, then y'all do things amicably. But go your behind home. That will keep you out of a world of trouble. But yeah, these Democrats, and they're going to get more and more ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, this summer months, they're going to be so ridiculous. Expect some wild video to come out. Every time we remember, get your booty to the polls, no voting, no bucking, and all that other stuff. You remember that last time, right? So expect something to come out. I'm waiting for it because these people are desperate right now. They're desperate. But that's a good position for them to be in, because they know black Americans aren't for them. So they're going to have to figure that thing out. And the only thing they can do at this point is reparations in the form of cash payments. If they're not going to do that, leave us alone.